Ever since second year volume 9 of Clash of the Elite, one of the biggest questions, and if not one of the biggest discussions quite recently, is if Ichinose Honami is going to be a yandere in the future novels. That is a discussion I didn't think we will actually have, and if you told me back then when I was just starting to read Clash of the Elite, I really wouldn't take that question seriously because I would highly doubt that Ichinose would be the kind of character to do that. But like I said, in the most recent volume, it clearly shows that there's a lot of things happening with Ichinose, and there's a lot of changes that we could see in the near future involving Ichinose, which is really crazy to think about because if you think about it, there's not really a certain female character in Clash of the Elite that you can instantly tell they're going to be a yandere in the future. I know for a while many people thought that Kushida and Ichika were like the main characters to possibly be yandere characters, and believe me, there were a handful of theories back then on many people speculating when Ichika and Kushida will come out as yanderes, but I think that wouldn't really make any sense for both of these characters, and that's because with Kushida, while yes, she has a two-faced personality, the only reason why she has this two-faced personality is because she wants to hide how she truly feels about certain people and how she truly is as a person. Not to mention that in the earlier novels, she did explain and actually express very clearly that she was not really interested in being in a relationship with a guy, and she stated very clearly in the earlier volumes how she was not really interested in falling in love with another person. Of course, that's now up in the air considering what happened in second year volume 8, where she kind of already expressed that she's developing feelings for Ayana Koji. The same can be said about Ishika as well, because while yes, Ishika is interested in Ayana Koji, it's more of an admiration of Ayana Koji rather than an obsession, because obsession and admiration are two completely different things. And the reason why she admires Ayana Koji so much is because he is considered to be the very best of the White Room, the same White Room that she was in her entire life as well. So it wasn't really surprising to see a White Room student that came from the same place as Ayana Koji to admire him instead of just straight up hating him just because he is considered the best. And that's the reason why I didn't take these theories of Kushida and Ichika being the yandere characters very seriously, is because while yes, they both did have a few aspects that makes you think that they were going to be the yandere character, there were just so many things like motivations and the reasons why they did the things that debunked the theory that Kushida and Ichika were going to be the yandere characters of Clash of the Elite. So I think this is very clearly why so many people were just completely surprised by the fact that out of all the characters of the series, Ichinose, one of the nicest characters of the Clash of the Elite series, was now starting to give everyone yandere vibes ever since year 2 volume 9 came out. And I think it's possible that we could see yandere Ichinose in the future novels, which will be really interesting to see what she's going to do in order to have the person she loves the most, and that is Kiyotaka Ayana Koji. It'll be very interesting to see how she's going to act and what she's going to do to make sure that Ayana Koji is by her side. Because if you read year 2 volume 9, you would know that she's very calm the way she's been acting and behaving quite recently. I mean, even during the whole thing between her and Ayana Koji in volume 9, she has stated very clearly that she still has feelings for him, and she also tells him not to mention Kei in front of her, because every time he mentions his girlfriend, that just makes her heart hurt. Not only that, but she was very clear about the fact that she's going to do whatever it takes in order for Ayana Koji to only be focusing on her. And of course, there was that whole confrontation between Kei and Ichinose, where Kei just straight up told Ichinose if there's something going on between her and Ayana Koji, to which Ichinose pretty much said that there was nothing going on. But as Kei was walking away, Ichinose, in a smile, straight up said in a low voice so that no one can hear that there's nothing going on between her and Ayana Koji yet. And she said this with a smile. Like, it's very clear that she didn't say this out of nowhere or she said it accidentally. No, she was very aware of what she was saying. So because of all this, there's many routes as to how they could make yandere Ichinose be part of the Clash of the Elite story. The first way they could do this is for Ichinose to have a double personality and start acting and behaving similar to how Kushida acts when she has her double personality. She could act all nice and friendly to the people that she normally hangs out with, but behind closed doors, she is very open about her obsession with Ayana Koji and her plans to make sure that Ayana Koji is by her side. And while eventually the people around her may not see it in the beginning, later on they probably will catch up to what she's been planning on doing behind the scenes involving Ayana Koji and they might start growing concerned over her obsession with him. That'll be a very interesting thing to see in the story, as this will not only once again show us Yandere Ichinose, but this will also show us character development for some of Ichinose's classmates. The other route they could go is Ichinose trying to take down Kei in order for Kei and Ayana Koji's relationship to fall apart. We could have moments in which Ichinose is trying to hang out with Kei more often. However, it's very clear that she has ulterior motives, and in these conversations that she has with Kei, while she may be sounding all nice and it's very clear that it's her usual Ichinose self, there could be a few moments in which Ichinose, while being subtle about it, is very clearly attacking Kei, just using her nice persona to cover what she's trying to really say. Like, she could ask Kei if she is really worthy to be by Ayana Koji's side, what is the history between her and Ayana Koji, and if there's something else that's going on in Kei's life that she's not really told anybody about. Now, of course, the reason why I'm saying this is because if you don't know, nobody really knows about Kei's past and what she dealt with. Only a handful of people know, and those people are Ayana Koji, Hirata, Ryuin, and his group of friends as well. So yeah, only a handful of people know about Kei's past, but what if Ichinose was soon to become the next person to find out about Kei's past? And what if she uses that in order to take down Kei? I know some people are gonna say, but Kei doesn't really mind about her past because as long as Ayana Koji is by her side, she is going to be protected. However, that being said, doesn't mean that she hasn't completely forgotten about her past. She still knows about her past. She's fully aware of what happened to her before she entered the advanced nurturing high school. Not to mention, there have been many moments, even in second year, in which Ayana Koji stated that even as of right now, Kei is still very scared of people finding about her mark that she has on her body, that nasty scar that she has, and is the reason why she always tries her best to hide it and not let anyone see it. But what if Ichinose, because she wants to take down Kei, because she wants to have Ayana Koji, knows about this, and maybe in the future we see Ichinose in some shape or form, because she is smart, like she's not stupid, like she is very smart and knows how to make plans. What if she exposes Kei's past? And of course, this could be a hit for Kei, and this could completely break Kei, and of course this will just be a win for Ichinose, as she's able to take down the person that according to her is getting in the way between her and Ayana Koji. That could be something interesting to read, as well as we'll get to see the intense rivalry between Kei and Ichinose, because that is something that I actually want to see. I want to see a rivalry between Kei and Ichinose, and now that we both know that these are two people who most likely will do whatever it takes in order for Ayana Koji to be with them. The other way to make Yandere Ichinose be part of the story, if they were to do it, is the fact that what if Ichinose is so obsessed with Ayana Koji and wants her all to herself, and then starts to go after all the other girls that are in contact with Ayana Koji? What if we see Ichinose, usually putting her nice persona, but once they are in private with this certain girl, she reveals her true intentions and tells them to back off and to not be around Ayana Koji. I mean, can you imagine her saying that to Horikita, Sakenagi, Nanase, Ichika, Hiyori, and what if she also tells it to some of her members of her class like Mako and Himeno, because those two also talk to Ayana Koji from time to time. But the one that I mostly want to see if it were to happen is, what if Ichinose finds out that Kushida is starting to develop feelings for Ayana Koji? If she's already in her yandere state at that point, then it's very clear that she's not going to be a huge fan of that. We might even see an even more intense moment between Ichinose and Kushida. And what if Ichinose pushes Kushida so much that she reveals her true personality in front of Ichinose? And that would be massive chaos. Can you imagine Yandere Ichinose and Kushida revealing how she actually is? That would be a very intense interaction. Of course, they probably won't do this in public, but that's not to say that they won't do it in private. There's just so many possibilities and many things that they could do if they were to make a Yandere Ichinose, which I really do hope it does happen based on what we've seen in the recent volume. Of course, things could change because Classroom the Elite is very unpredictable, and I'm also very curious that if they were to do a Yandere Ichinose, how would Ayana Koji deal with this? Because on one hand, he has that plan that he's been doing, but of course Ichinose plays a role in that plan. So if he stops her, does that mean that his plan won't work and he will have to go with a backup plan? Or what if when he's trying to stop Ichinose, for Ichinose in her head, this is just simply the attention that she wants from Ayana Koji, because all she wants is attention from him. Because of that, she might start to become even more obsessive with Ayana Koji and might start doing even more crazier things just to get him to pay attention to her. That is something worth noting. And once again, just to be clear, this is all theories. I'm not saying that this is definitely going to happen, because some of the things I said in this video may not happen at all in the actual series, but it is just worth thinking about, because it's always fun trying to guess what's going to happen next with Clash of the Elite, because it's such an unpredictable series that it could go in any direction at any point in time. And this could also be for certain characters as well, because there are characters in this series that have changed throughout Clash of the Elite. And of course, I wouldn't be surprised if Ichinose starts to become very different now that she has become very open about her feelings for Ayana Koji, and it's very clear that she is planning to do things in the near future. What those plans are still yet to be known, but I am excited for the future novels. And with that, that's pretty much the entire video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.